This word trust has become the boogeyman. For us, trust is very simple. It's about delivering what you said you'd deliver.
You're in our newsroom. This is our SO2 abatement newsroom.
What we need to do is start building the trust relationship.
That's what trust is to me.
And we've all got the same objective. We all want this project to be a success.
Let's not forget that we're here to design SO2 abatement plant, and we're slightly ahead of schedule. The relationship between the companies needs to be sorted out.
And we do represent two companies. We need to work together as an integrated team, otherwise this project will not be a success.
So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the great debate. We're going to turn you into professional debaters.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed panel members. Excuse me, I've never had this much hair in my life.
We know for the two organisations, this is a big project. We're talking about billions of rands, there are lawyers involved.
The teams are sitting together, coming up with problems, coming up with solutions together. That is what trust is about to me.
So trust starts with people, individuals, and then from there across between organisations.
We're going to set up two squads, the antagonists and the protagonists.
I'm here today as an antagonist.
I want you to talk about what it is that we need to fix, what it is we need to address, and equally, I want to use these fine minds in the room. Tell me what is present.
We do not cooperate on basics to find solutions to the problems. We do not work as a harmonious team.
So I'm going to ask you to be analytical. The test of sanity is the ability to see what is similar, what is different, and what is the same. And that's what we're challenging you to do.
I decided not to stand on that because even at this elevation, I'm still taller than standing on my feet and what really was standing on it.
I think if you can go out here as positive thinking, goal-driven, working together, problem-solving mode, and actually working for those objectives, I think as a team will help drive us to success.
Just foster that communication. We don't have to sit together to be working well together.
We're a big team and you get diversity in the team.
I think maybe the issue sometimes is that it's a new team here that doesn't know some of us at Hatch.
And I've made the point in our team also, John, that we don't know the Hatch people.
Doing this alignment session is a good start. It's a difficult thing to do. We're going to open ourselves up. We're going to expose each other.
And the problems might be big, they might be small, but a small thing becomes a big thing in this environment.
But by doing this, we will create a relationship, and a relationship starts creating trust.
You know, it's up to each and every one of us to live these principles of trust, cooperation and respect within ourselves and within our organizations.
Lack of trust.
I just want to first bring a motion to scratch this topic, please.
So I'm disagreeing with that statement and I'm saying the clarity on what we're trying to do, by when, to what quality, is something that we'll have to address going forward even if we want to make this work.
The important thing on this project is that we look forward.
We all have a goal of finishing this project, but are we all aligned?
There's been a lot of looking back, looking at history, looking at relationships. I know that person and he made my life difficult on the last project.
And it also caused anxiety with the mistrust.
You guys looked at that history and that history became the mistrust point.
Personal history has influenced the way that we are working on this project.
The defence actually hasn't put any argument or evidence of this mistrust situation.
We are wasting the talent that we have.
Let's focus on the now and let's focus on what we need to achieve in the future.
Maybe we should try an experiment. And instead of the basis being distrust someone when they give you something, assume they're correct. Start from that basis. Let's make this the standard way of operating. Let's trust what the other person is saying.
We need to be solution driven. If you have a problem or you'd identify a problem, actually find a solution or come with a solution at the same time.
At the same time, we have exceptional talent in this room.
So we should not count our chickens before they've hatched.
Point of interest. I would like to put it to you, your entire team, that you have not disproved that statement. What you have done is given justification and reasoning to it, but you have not disproved it. So at this point, I still believe that what's written up there is fact.
The owners team and the Hatch guys are obligated to work together to find the right solutions.
Where they come up with solutions and they solve problems in the meetings.
We need to find a solution of how we're going to do this.
Maybe it's time for us to also be proactive. Walk to your colleague, speak to him or her on a daily basis. Just foster that communication.
As a team, we should be using the skills that we have and the amazing talent that we have and completing this project.
We have a cost performance index greater than 1. So those facts nobody can argue with. And it's because of the experience that people as a collective in this group have.
The great turning point in the relationship.
We're all actually here to work together and make the right choices.
We have got decisions to make which you might not like, but I have to make them, or you have to make them. Acknowledge that and respect that. We actually have to work in a very structured, methodical way, otherwise we'll never ever deliver this project. So it starts there.
You get what you pay for. You pay cheap now, you're going to pay later for it in spades.
But at the end of the day, we need to present an SO2 abatement position paper and get the best technical solution to the problem that we are experiencing.
If you want any further proof of how well we integrated, we're all sharing wigs. Thank you.
We need to do what is best for the project. It doesn't help us to build a plant which will not be able to run when H has gone back. So some of the things we have to take decisions that may not be popular but are good for the long term of the plant. We have to. We are the owners and we have to make sure that it runs for us.
What's important is each and every one of our names is connected to it.
It's understood by all and agreed by all.
If we don't do this, what's going to happen? So we should actually all have that perspective going forward. We're actually saving the business after 2020 so that we can continue as a normal business.
Are we doing the best for the project, or are we only doing what we have to do to get this thing delivered? That's my question to the team.
So whatever these issues are, which we are putting on the table now, we need to confront them now.
What can we do now to make this project a success, and things that might come up down the line?
For me, the outcome of this project, the absolute success of this project would be when on the date that we need to switch on, we switch on. We are going to make it a success because we're going to get the asset out of that plant and we're going to have the SO2 emissions removed as planned.
The news of the future belongs to those who are brave enough to create it. Today we're going to challenge you to create a newspaper which tells the story of this team, which fills the vacuum. A high quality, aesthetic newspaper that is a valuable read, that would be a very powerful engagement tool to use with any of your stakeholders.
We've got a big part to play going forward.
There's 100 good things that will come out of a great relationship between Hatch and Anglo. But do something different, then there's a million good things that will come out of it, right?
It's really not about how fancy the job is that I'm doing. It is about how I'm doing the job that I'm doing so that at least on my discipline, I really add value.
We should give our project eggs the best chance possible to hatch ultimately, right? We want to make the newspaper article for project excellence, right? Project execution excellence. As for the success part, it's up to us in this room and no one else. There's no one outside of this room who's going to make that a success. It's also not going to be only one half of this project, just Anglo or just Hatch. It's going to be joint. Everyone in this room has to contribute.
But putting the individual parts together will be a new industry benchmark. I think there's no other platinum furnace operation in the world with this technology associated with it. Some plants have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 abatement technologies together to try and mitigate what we're trying to do with one single plant. So this plant will be a new benchmark in the industry. And I think that's what Anglo and Hatch's past history has been, and that's why we're still partners. I think there's going to be articles.
There's ways and manners of achieving those things, and I don't want this project just to be one that scrapes through. I want one that whoever it is in here writes the paper, and then when the next person comes along and wants to do a project, and then they go and get our paper. It's the benchmark. And I want to achieve it, and I want to achieve it well. And I want it to be world class.
I know there's been mistrust between the two organizations. We need to get beyond that point. We're all here to achieve the same thing. Let's work together. It's about being solution driven.
I think one of the goals for myself is actually I want to enjoy it more, and that you get through if your team works together. I want to get that home at night and actually say I enjoy today. For me, that's one of the objectives as well.
As a team, we need to focus on what the objective is.
We are going to strengthen the bonds between Anglo and Hatch.
And together we will actually deliver this project. It's not about me, it's about us. Whatever we do in life, we want that to be successful. I want this project to be successful, but you can only do that as a team. Okay? No individual can achieve a big task like this on their own and work as an island. We need to do it together. The more we work as a team, the more successful or chance of success we will actually have to make this project successful.
And we can do it. We're going to deliver this novel process which is going to make all of us famous for the right reasons.
Very well done on a project well delivered, and we look forward to the challenge to deliver Mortimer on time as well.